Hi kids, can you guess what today's story is going to be? Little Red Riding Hood. My book got a little bit ripped, but it's still Little Red Riding Hood. So this version was written by Mara Alperin, and it was illustrated by Loretta Schauer. So here we go. Got some pictures that are all related to the story. If you haven't heard the story before, you won't know what those are about. Maybe you can guess. The R is for Little Red Riding Hood. Okay, you see a little cottage. What do you notice about all the clothes on that washing line? I think I know what her favourite colour is. Once upon a time, there was a little girl who loved to wear red. She had red shirts and red skirts, red shoes, a fabulous bright red cloak. Her name was Little Red Riding Hood. There's all her red stuff. Early one morning, Little Red's mother picked up a basket. "I have a very special job for you," she told Little Red Riding Hood. "Granny is feeling poorly. Will you take her this fresh fruit?" "Of course," cried Little Red, and she put on her favourite cloak and kissed her mother goodbye. There she is. Bye, Mum. Off she goes into the woods. It was a bright sunny day, and Little Red skipped through the woods. "Good morning," she called out to the rabbits and the deer. "I'm bringing Granny a special surprise." But someone was peeping from behind a tree. "A big hungry wolf!" "Good day," growled the wolf. "What are you doing alone in the woods?" "I'm taking this special basket of fruit to Granny," Little Red replied. Yuck, thought the wolf. He didn't like fruit. He liked to eat tasty little girls. So the wolf thought up a plan. A horrible, clever plan. "Why not pick Granny some lovely flowers?" he said. "Good idea," said Little Red Riding Hood. But as she started gathering daisies, the wolf raced down the path towards Granny's house. What's he going to do? The wolf knocked on Granny's door with a thud, thud, thud. "Is that you, Little Red, my dear?" called Granny. "Yes," squeaked the wolf. "Let me in. It's breakfast time." "Oh, goody," said Granny, opening the door. "What are we having for breakfast?" "You!" cried the wolf. "Ah!" yelled Granny. "You're not Little Red." And she slammed the door right on his big furry nose. "Ha! Serves you right, Mr. Wolf." "Ow, ow, ow!" howled the wolf. Quick as a flash, Granny ran out of the back door and into the woods to find help. "Horrid old Granny," the wolf growled, rubbing his nose. But now he could put his terrible plan into action. So when Little Red Riding Hood knocked, tap, tap, tap. On Granny's door, it was a deep, scratchy voice that answered. "Come in, my dear." Little Red walked into Granny's bedroom and stopped in surprise. "Why, Granny," she said slowly, "what big ears you have!" "The better to hear you with, my dear," croaked the wolf. "And Granny," Little Red said carefully, "what big hairy arms you have!" "The better to hug you with, my dear," growled the wolf. "But, Granny," Little Red whispered, "what big teeth you have!" "The better to eat you with, my dear," snarled the wolf, and he pounced at Little Red. Just at that moment the door burst open. In rushed Granny with the woodcutter. "Stop right there!" yelled Granny. "Put her down now!" bellowed the woodcutter, "or we'll chop you up and turn you into a birdhouse." With a terrified howl, the wolf jumped out of the window and ran far, far away, never to return. Little Red hugged Granny tight. "I'm so glad you chased the wolf away," she said, and she gave Granny the basket of fruit. "What a day of excitement!" laughed Granny. "Now let's all have breakfast." And that's the end. Bye-bye.